Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana. Bitch, I'm from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana. Bitch, I'm from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana. Bitch, I'm from Louisiana. We call it that boat. Bitch, I'm from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana.
$1 million fam shit,
Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana. Bitch, I'm from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana. Bitch, I'm from Louisiana. We call it that boat. Bitch, I'm from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana. Bitch, I'm from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana. Bitch, I'm from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana. Bitch, I'm from Louisiana. We call it that boat.
So when you watch this weekend, and this is why Brady is better right now than Breeze. Breeze is struggling with great weapons. Brady now is very good with great weapons.
Already loaded offense, and you have a defense that's balling, playing against a quarterback we don't expect much from. Playing against a quarterback we know can't push the ball down the field. I think we've come to grips with who Drew Brees is.
Yeah, listen, if they beat a team that we're talking about with the Buccaneers of being one of the best teams in the NFL, Dan, I don't know why you're shaking your head.
Real fast. You know what? I'm winning this game. Tampa Bay's going to win this game.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not even a conference. All right.
I'm going to leave it alone. I feel the same way.
We'll play the tape back if you guys are wrong.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Top us out, top, 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 top us out. Top, top, see walk, top, top, see walk, top, top, see walk, top, top, see love, top, top. Now I don't mean to sound rude, baby, it hurts or nothing. I want to some fine woman that is working with something. What's going on? Baby girl, I'm hurting with nothing. If you were still fine, welcome to Off the Dome Sports. My name is Sean Militello. I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Ryan Navarro.
What up?
How's it going, Ryan? Who that, baby? Who that? I don't know if y'all seen it. And we got my boy Thomas right here.
What's up, Sean?
Hey, Thomas.
Who that, baby? Let's
Who
go.
that, baby?
Let's go.
We proved them naysayers wrong. We proved them haters wrong.
About that defense.
I don't know if you've seen it. Colin Cowherd, Ryan Clark, that Dan dude from NFL Live, I can't pronounce his last name. Everybody on NBC, everybody on NFL Countdown, every single one chose the Tampa Bay Fuccaneers. What's up with that, man?
What about that defense, man? What about that defense, bro?
They didn't know no better.
Ooh.
We're out here to make a freaking statement.
That was a statement.
Yeah, but we did.
Yeah.
We went on the road. We beat their ass. It was simple as that.
That was absolute ass spanking. That was a beatdown. That's the type of game we needed.
It was outright disrespectful. For everyone to even pick the Bucks, because at the end of the day, we were still 5-2.
Yeah.
We beat them once already, and these people, freaking people on these.
Who that, Jordan? Who that?
Who that?
Who that?
To be honest, I didn't expect the Saints to do that well today. You know,
Saints were out there.
That really shocked me today. I was like, wow.
They were ready to kick ass and take it.
Dude,
They came out there with a game plan. They knew this is a game to make a statement, and they came out and did this shit. They did it. And guys, I'll be honest with you. Ever since after the Monday night game against the Buccaneers and Giants, I was pissed off. They struggled against the Giants. They struggled against the Bears. They struggled against us week 1. Nothing but excuses for 'em. Nothing but excuses for 'em. And they're supposed to be the best team in the NFL. Tom Brady, 43 years old. Yeah, he still looks good for 43 years old. Supposed to be in the MVP race. Are you kidding me, guys? Are you kidding me? Drew Brees literally has better stats. And he's not even in the MVP running.
Yeah.
Saints, the only reason why they haven't been in the lead in divisions because they had a bye. If they didn't have a bye, we would have been first in the division heading into this game.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I got to vent this out with y'all because I've been holding this all week, and I wish I would have said this on record, but I had a feeling. And the reason why I didn't say it because I didn't want to jinx it and I didn't want to sound like a dumbass. I knew we had a feeling we were going to whip some ass. So, what do y'all think about that?
It was inevitable, man. Every single analyst, quote unquote, analyst out here talking like the Saints are the second best team. There was even points where people were making comments about we're playoff hopefuls.
Mm-hmm.
This team's we were bound to at least go 10-6. How are we playoff hopefuls at 10-6?
Mm-hmm.
So you know what? Silence the haters tonight. Tomorrow on NFL Network, on NFL Live, we better not see nothing but positive comments. But I know for a fact it's not going to be anything about how great the Saints played. It's going to be about how bad Tampa played.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, we're the bad boys in the NFL for some reason.
Nobody likes the Saints. Nobody likes the Saints.
We're out here. We're the smallest market in the NFL, I guess, and we're doing well. We build this sustained success throughout the years. Hey, look, we're out here. We're 6-2 now. We beat the Bucs twice, who was apparently the pretty boys in the NFL. And you know what? Next 3 or 4 games, pretty easy for us. Take care of business, and then you're 10-2. So
and look, did we struggle the past couple of weeks or the first couple of weeks? Yes, we did, and I understand that. But you got to realize we were without Michael Thomas for 8 weeks. There was a time and place where Emmanuel Sanders was just being incorporated in the offense. He started to gain some heat. Then he's out for 2 weeks due to COVID. Then you got Marquez Callaway, who's been a bright spot for us, and he was just to start to be like a breakout guy. He gets hurt. He's out for a week. So, I mean, how else? And you look at it last week, the Saints played against the Bears, a top 5 defense, maybe the best defense in the NFL. The Buccaneers is not the best defense in the NFL. I'm sorry. Overrated as shit. And I want to say this. And we played against a top 5 defense, Bears defense. They're the real deal. Drew Brees went out there, and I'm not saying he played a great game. I'm not saying he played perfect. He did enough to win against a top 5 defense without Michael Thomas, without Emmanuel Sanders, and without your third best wide receiver, Marquez Callaway. Now you're seeing it with a full healthy offense. You're seeing Michael Thomas. You see his first game back in 8 weeks, and I know he doesn't have a crazy stat line, but he obviously made an impact. So, I mean, Emmanuel Sanders obviously made an impact, had a touchdown tonight.
11 different people caught at football tonight.
13, actually, Ryan. 13.
13?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. He threw to all kind of receivers tonight, and what I liked was they kept mixing it up. They didn't let the Bucs defense figure out what they was doing, and I like how if they went for a screenplay, one and it got blown up, then they did another play, and then they were always mixing it up. If that one thing didn't work, they ran it. That's what the Saints offense I'm used to seeing.
And,
Yeah.
and I'm glad you brought that up, Thomas, because that's
Yeah.
something Ryan mentioned last week. Our offense has become too stagnant, and this has
Yeah.
got to be the best game Sean Payton's called all year.
Yeah.
He actually finally used Taysom Hill in a correct way. You know, instead of running him all the time, like people are gonna know, he finally let him pass the damn ball. I mean, come on, man. You
Instead of just
finally
running.
use him. Yeah, you got to keep him guessing. You know, he finally's been used as a wide receiver now, which he should be because he's an offensive weapon, man. You need to utilize him. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of goes back to, you remember I sent a text to you when Traquan Smith got that first touchdown. I was like, this is what the offense is going to be like. You can't guard everyone. You know, you put too much attention on Michael Thomas, bam, Emmanuel Sanders. If you put too much attention on everyone, then there's Traquan Smith hanging out in the back of the end zone. So, you know what? And with another positive of this game, Breeze is now 2 ahead of Brady for the passing touchdown record.
Passing touchdowns.
Yep.
He's 4 ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and Brady still has to have his bye week. So,
Yeah.
who dat?
But yeah.
Tom Brady. Go ahead, Thomas. Go ahead.
Hey, but you know, enough about the offense. I'm just impressed with that defense tonight. I can't stop bragging on that defense. The defense is what keeps us on high blood pressure games. So.
Let's talk about the defense because this is something that you did not see in the first 8 games.
Yeah.
We went from zone defense to man-to-man defense, and that's something we needed to do as a defense because we struggle in zone defense.
Yeah.
Our defensive backs aren't zone guys. You put a man-to-man with some of the best talent in the NFL, which didn't do jack shit tonight, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense, but you matched them up man-to-man, and you see what we did. We matched up man-to-man. We covered well. This is the best game I've seen Janoris Jenkins played all year. This is the best game I've seen Malcolm Jenkins played all year. This is the best game I've seen Marcus Williams play all year. Maybe not all year, maybe in a year and a half. I mean, the pass rush was awesome. I don't know what we have to do. Mickey Loomis, you need to extend Trey Hendrickson. I don't care if we this man got 3 sacks in a row.
I think it was 7 sacks total for the whole team. It was like eight sacks from Brady's.
That was the thing that I attribute it to a lot because every time Brady threw an interception, it was because there was way too much pressure on him.
Yeah.
So Brady throwing 3 interceptions. One of them was absolutely desperation. They chunked it straight up in the air.
Who that, brother? Who that? Mark, YouTube.
But
that's our first comment on YouTube.
But the defensive front getting pressure, and even if it's not Cam Jordan like we're used to, now Trey Henderson's blowing onto the scene. The only thing that kind of upset me was Davenport, man, like where Davenport was tonight. But at the end of the day, look, we just spanked their ass. Every single hater should be silenced because there was no reason for them to lose. To really, no excuse. They had everyone healthy. They had AB. Look, you got Antonio Brown healthy. You don't have everyone on your defense was healthy. What's your excuse? Why did you give up 38 points?
No excuse.
It's because your secondary sucks. No matter what everyone in the NFL says about this Bucs defense, for the past 3 years, the Saints have ate up that secondary. So watch some damn film, NFL experts, because the Saints have eaten up that secondary every single time since about 2017.
And I think what we did tonight is something that you can definitely beat the Tampa Bay's defense, and that's just short, immediate passes, getting the ball out quick, fast. And Chris Collinsworth said it during the game, which was exactly what's going on because he said last week or Monday night when they played the Giants were having success passing the ball. Then you see them start blitzing the Giants, and that's when the Giants started to struggle offensively. Well, he couldn't do that. Todd Bowles, defensive coordinator for the Buccaneers, couldn't do that against us because we're throwing the ball way too quick, way too fast for them to even cover. You blitz, you lose some coverage. So you found we have the recipe to beat this defense and to prove that the Tampa Bay's defense is not all that cracked up to beat. So and we got Fernando. He said, "Let's fucking go." Exactly. Who that baby? Who that?
Let's go.
But I think we found the recipe, and I don't want to hear any excuses from Tampa Bay. I really don't, or any fans or anybody. I'm tired of it. Week 1, it was Tom Brady. Oh, Tom Brady's with a new team. You know, he's a fresh new team. Blah blah blah. Lose to the Bears. Oh, one bad game. Blah blah blah. You know, and he plays us. What's your excuse now? You know what I'm saying? You cannot put this team in the top 5 anymore.
No.
Nope. And you have to consider putting the Saints. I mean, outside the Steelers, Steelers
almost lost today
against the Cowboys.
Steelers almost lost.
You have to consider the Saints to be the best team in the NFL. Yeah. You know, they went up last week in Chicago with no wide receivers, none, and beat them.
Top 5 defense.
They go on the road. It's windy as hell in Tampa Bay. It's raining. Scored 38 on them, 31 in the first half. What?
Hey, not only bad weather, it was a hurricane going on too. Hey, it was a tropical storm weather, and he still won.
It would be a sloppy game. I thought the Saints would come on top just because I thought the Saints would run more, would run better, but you can't. It was just awful. When I texted Sean, I said, wasn't expecting a 3-and-out in the first series, and then there was another 3-and-out, and then I was like,
it was 4 3-and-outs.
It was 4-3. It's 4 3-and-outs at the start of the game. Yeah.
Right.
It was like, okay. Malcolm Jenkins did a great job on Gronk tonight. Demario Davis, always spectacular. So,
and you said, Thomas, you said there was a hurricane. Fernando has a comment. He said it's Hurricane Breeze that went through Tampa. That's what happened, man.
Job, Fernando,
Hurricane Breeze coming through Tampa, destroying everything, man.
Hey.
And you got to give Drew Brees credit, man. He came into the game. Everybody's saying Tom Brady's the better quarterback. Tom Brady's doing it with less talent, which I don't understand where people got that from. And they're saying he's outperforming Drew, and Drew is not going to be able to perform and put out any production. Like, do these people really get paid to do their jobs? Like, I just don't understand why you constantly will bet against Drew Brees. And I know it's Tom Brady. I understand that. And you have every right to say, oh, Tom Brady's the GOAT. But please don't disrespect my boy Drew Brees like that. You got to at least say he's...
The past 2 weeks, we won games with no-name wide receivers.
Exactly.
I mean, Alvin Kamara, probably for 4 games this season, has been our best wide receiver, and he's a running back.
It's been Alvin Kamara and Taysom Hill.
Through 4 or 5 weeks, Alvin Kamara has been top 5 in receiving in the entire NFL. This is not just running backs. This is wide receivers, tight ends, running backs. That was the first 5 weeks. I know he's top 10 in receiving right now, receiving yards. So that tells you a lot. Like, our running back is our number 1 wide receiver for the first 8, 9 weeks. I mean, that shouldn't happen. You see it tonight. He only had 5 receptions for 9 yards. That should tell you, hey, Saints have wide receivers now. We don't have to rely on Kamara all the time.
And man, was it nice to see Michael Thomas run a route. Man,
he looked good. He actually looked good.
These people who say he's not that good, you can't guard him. He's the best route runner in the NFL. And plus, he has the best hands in the NFL.
For all the people that say he just runs slants, if he just runs slants, why can't anybody stop him? You know what I'm saying?
Guard Mike.
Yeah. Slants should be the easiest route to guard.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, but man, it was nice seeing him run routes. But you know what was really nice? What I really enjoyed tonight? Adam Trautman getting his first touchdown.
Oh
Because
yeah.
that's
Congrats to the
Yeah.
Rook.
of many
Uh-huh.
touchdowns for Adam Trotman, I
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah.
I think after Jared Cook's performance, and you might see more Adam
Yeah.
Trotman. You might even see more Josh Hill. Josh Hill looked kind of good catching a ball or two. He had a touchdown as well. Both Hills had touchdowns, right?
Yeah.
Taysom got a touchdown.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure his touchdown was rushing though, huh?
Yeah.
Not
No.
too sure.
No,
I'm
he
gonna look.
got one.
Oh, he caught
Uh,
one.
Yeah.
Hey,
But we
speaking of,
used Taysom
go ahead.
effectively tonight,
Mm-hmm.
and the offense still looked fantastic. Other than the
Yeah.
past few games where you put Taysom in, you know he was going to go run straight off the left guard, and it was nothing. You
Yeah.
actually used him effectively. You came out first play and actually threw with him, and it threw off the defense enough. And then later in the game, he had another where it was a broken play, I think, really, because
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering what the actual play call was. But the play where he dropped the snap and then Trotman's just running through the middle
Mm-hmm.
with nobody within 25 yards of him, and he just jogs for
Mm-hmm.
30. So,
Mm-hmm.
And I tweeted something before the game today, and I said the keys to winning today's game, and I said offensively, we must set the tone with our wide receivers, with all of them coming back, and we did just that. And I also said our offensive line has to win in the trenches against this dominant Tampa Bay's defensive line because they have a good defensive line.
Yeah, they
Their defensive
did.
line is no joke. They had a sack or two against us, but we did just that. We won against the trenches.
Yep.
Their defensive line was a non-factor the
Nope.
whole game until the garbage time. So, offensive line was a key to victory. Wide receivers setting the tone with our wide receivers was a key to victory. I said defensively, we must get turnovers. We must get pass rush.
We did that.
We did both of those,
Mm-hmm.
and we won the game.
See, yeah, you called it right, Sean.
I mean, really,
you called it right.
we set the tone early, and the difference between this week and last week, we took advantage of the opportunities. Last week, every time it seemed like we got good field position, we were kicking a field goal. This week, we're up 14-0 before they knew it, and then you get an interception, you're up 21-0.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at that point, you took all the life out of Tampa Bay,
Mm-hmm.
and you have all the momentum in the world, and we actually just kept going with the momentum this week as opposed to last week, just not doing jack shit with it.
He said Davenport and Henderson. Ooh, boy. That's going to be a good duo. I know, Ryan, you said Davenport didn't play all that great today, but Davenport, he's a good pass rusher, but he's a better run defender. That's his main forte is his run defender. Henderson is the pass rusher. You get a both of both worlds. So I mean, those two are going to be a great duo for years to come. I don't get why people shit on Davenport and say, "Oh, we gave up 2 first-round picks." You know what? He was the best pass rusher at the time in the draft. And also, he's been pretty good. He just needs to stay healthy, And Hendrickson has proved that, hey, he can run with Davenport. He can be even better than Davenport, So we'll see what happens.
The defensive line is starting to get like the offense where, you go 1-on-1 on Henderson, and he's going to beat you.
Cam Jordan showed up tonight.
Yeah, he sure did.
So that makes you double Henderson. So you go 1-on-1 on Cam Jordan. Cam Jordan beats you. So it's, you're starting about to get, if this continues, it's kind of scary. And obviously the cornerbacks and stuff have to show up. But this is exciting. This is exciting to see.
And then next week you enter what's his name, Quan Alexander into the mix because we just signed him. That's going to be interesting. Had 3 linebackers.
Exactly.
And we can do that same scheme today, but we can add an extra linebacker in there. So we'll see how that works.
And I'm glad you brought that up because we've been running 2 linebackers. It's just been Anzalone and Davis. They haven't been running the 3rd linebacker. So I mean, to add Quan Alexander, that just helps with our pass coverage. Helps us guard tight ends and stuff like that, and Quan Alexander, he's also a good run defender as well. So you're getting a running mate with Demario Davis and Anzalone. That's going to be a good linebacker core for years to come. If Quan Alexander stays healthy. So
Yeah, I mean that's exciting seeing Quan coming back, Quan coming into the mix, and it's probably gonna take a little bit of pressure off of C.J. Gardner Johnson.
Taysom Hill. Mark says Taysom Hill sell dope, do hair.
Maybe sit out the same house.
And baby sell out the.
Hey.
I don't know what that means, but okay. Right. It sounds cool, man. It sounds cool.
Just a reminder, Taysom Hill's Mormon. I just want to remind you that. So
he does everything, Mark. He does everything.
Hey, you don't know what they do out there in Utah, but
dude, man. But it's exciting to see another. But I mean, they're still talking about like he's going to give Anzalone a run for his money. So like, are they planning to stay in this two linebacker system, or are they going to expand out?
Well, I think if they want to run more man to man, I think 3 linebackers is probably key to do. I think if you run 2 linebackers, you're trying to run zone, right? I don't know. I'm not. Don't quote me. I'm not really a football play guy. But it just seems to make sense to me that if you run 2 linebackers, it seems like you're gonna run zone more often than you would man to man. You run 3 linebackers, you're gonna run more man to man. So
you can blitz more.
Yeah, you can blitz more because it's a 4-3. It's a 4-3.
Right.
You can stack the box more with 4-3.
Right.
Right now it's just a 4-2. 5. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it'll probably take a little bit of pressure off C.J. Gardner Johnson. But he mainly drops back in coverage now anyway. But I was kind of shocked he didn't get in a fight tonight. Plus, I guess you can't really get in a fight when you're getting your ass.
He was pretty damn good tonight. I don't know if you watched him. The whole secondary was awesome tonight. But C.J. Gardner Johnson was great. Dude was tackling. He was great in coverage. Janoris Jenkins was great. He covered Antonio Brown like it was no problem, which I was quite surprised because he gets beat by speed a lot. And obviously, Marshawn has Mike Evans' number
on lock.
This Mike Evans, he has a mental breakdown when he has to see Marshawn Lattimore on the other side, man.
On lock every time they play the Bucks.
Holiday and Damian Lillard. I mean, that's
Drew Holiday. That's a good comparison.
Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
But
we should tweet that out. Marshawn Lattimore is Drew Holiday to Damian Lillard. But
it's just welcoming to see the Saints actually get a win consistently.
Yeah.
I wish they would have kept it going. I guess like Sean didn't want to do that, but man, if we want to score 60 tonight, just send the message to the NFL: we aren't playing around.
Hey, that performance was a Super Bowl performance tonight. That's all I gotta say.
I agree. I'm not gonna sit here.
That was a Super Bowl performance right there.
Right, and I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, we're a top 5 team and all blah blah blah, and we're gonna go to the Super Bowl." We still got a long ways to go, but we're stepping in the right direction. This shows that we're for real. We sure we barely won the last couple of games, but who cares? Win's a win. Steelers barely beat the Dallas today. They're 8-0. Nobody's gonna say something about that. The Buccaneers barely beat the Giants. So
we ain't gonna talk about that.
For the most part, we're healthy now. I mean, the only person we're really down is Sheldon Rankins. So,
he's out about 3 weeks, I think, right?
It's going to be about 3-4. That's a sprained MCL. So, it's going to be a while. But, so that throws Malcolm Roach into it. But
Malcolm Brown was huge tonight,
Brown got to start, But he wasn't really too much of a factor. But, I mean, just because the other guys were a factor, really, that really made up for it. But, I mean, in the future, the 49ers are decimated. So, then you play the Falcons. Which, You play Falcons at the Dome, which you kind of just have to win. You don't want to drop a game to a team like the Falcons at home. So
We play the 49ers next week at home, which the 49ers are absolutely depleted with injuries. I don't think they had Jimmy G, George Kittle, Bosa's out for them, man. Like
Daniel out.
Raheem Mostert. If we don't win next week, there's something wrong. So this, I don't want to say it's a guarantee win because this is the NFL. Anything can happen.
It's Kyle Shanahan.
So. Yeah, Kyle Shanahan's a hell of a coach. He's a hell of an offensive coach. The Falcons should have fired Rob Quinn a long time ago and should have made Shanahan the head coach when he was the offensive coordinator. But anyways, I'm not gonna say sit here and say it's gonna be easy win, but next week's it should be a win. Like I said,
you never know in the NFL, man. You just never
know. But the division is starting to heat up. This is not going to be the last we see the Buccaneers. We're probably going to see them in the playoffs. And then, secondly, the Falcons won today. They're starting to heat up. They got 3 wins now, so they're starting to heat up. I don't know, man. You know how the Falcons they have a second half of season where they just absolutely should have played. They should have played like they did in the first half of the season. They're gonna play us hard.
Sean. We're talking about the Falcons here.
Who they play today? I forgot. They absolutely killed them.
I forgot who they played today.
No, I know Matt Ryan came out hot, but the Falcons have no offensive line, so.
I don't know. They look good today. I'll be honest with you. They played the Broncos. They played the Broncos.
That's what they played. Yeah.
And I don't know if you watched the Panthers today against the Chiefs. They should have won that game. Honestly,
I think
Teddy two gloves, man.
I think Chiefs are overrated too. But,
we don't have to worry about it. When next time we play the Panthers, the hope is you sit everyone out. So. Because we got them week 17.
Yeah.
But here's a good point to bring up. Doesn't even matter what seed we are because we're in the COVID season.
First round bye.
I don't know.
First round bye.
You sure about that?
Yeah. You want the first round bye.
Hey, my thing is, we do well during the regular season, but it's all about what we do in the playoffs. It seems like in the playoffs, we always just...
If you get the first round bye, you're playing the wild card team or the NFC East.
Yeah. It's just something with the Saints in the playoffs. I swear we play the Vikings again one more time.
Played them on Christmas, huh?
I swear, man. I'm talking about in the playoffs, man. If we play the Vikings one more time in the playoffs.
The thing is, Ryan, it seems like them shitty teams we do play in the playoffs, those would be the teams that beat us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
See the Seahawks back in 2011 or
but what you're going to end up with if you don't get that, you're going to end up playing, some NFC West team. If you don't get the number 1 seed, you're playing an NFC West team.
Probably the Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Another NFC West team, the second round.
I don't know
if it's that good.
I don't know.
You're either going to get NFC West or Buccaneers again. So if you get the 1 seed, you have to worry about one. I mean, the NFC West is stacked. You don't want to really play the Buccaneers again, and you really want to. If you do play them, you want to play them in New Orleans.
Oh yeah.
You want to get them in New Orleans.
Actually, that don't really matter because we got screwed in our own dome already in 2018. Right. So
I have a
in the
lot
playoffs.
More faith in the Saints in New Orleans than any other venue.
No, man, I don't trust New Orleans, bro, because we got screwed in our own dome against the Rams in the playoffs. That was a Super Bowl year, man. I was so pissed off after that, man.
Honestly, I just don't think it matters because you're gonna have limited seating. You're not gonna have full capacity. If you go on the road, some of these places are not going to have any fans because they're still going to have no fans in some of these states. So, oh shit, here we go. We got a comment from Mr. Gabe O'Leary. I've been waiting for this guy. all night. He said Tom Brady must rank out of the top 100 all time now, according to Ryan. After that game, just a guess though. Okay, whatever.
Gabe,
Hey,
Gabe, look, that boy got flat out embarrassed tonight. You know,
3 interceptions, Gabe.
3 interceptions. 2 of them he just floated up in the air and just gave it to us when, like, you know, his passer rating was absolute shit. You know, I'm sure Tampa Bay was happy to see Jameis Winston there because maybe he'll come back. So,
Hey, I was actually happy to see my boy James get in the game. I was like, my boy James, hey, he got in
did
the
throw an
game.
interception, man. So,
Hey, he got in the game.
he had 3 less interceptions than Brady tonight.
Uh-huh.
No, but Jameis had the 3rd best QB rating in the game tonight. So,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter says Tom Brady's not even the second best quarterback on the field right now. Yeah, because Taysom was playing well, and you know, so I mean, Tom Brady, man, there's just no excuses, man. He just flat out was garbage. Drew Brees hadn't had a game like that all year, like just flat out garbage. He threw 5 interceptions total to the Saints this year. So I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, I've been very hard on Breeze this year, but because I'm like, is Breeze done? Is he old?
Gabe,
Is he old, man?
Saints have the best offensive line in the league. I really don't think it's close. Okay, then why do people are saying the Buccaneers are the most talented team in the NFL, the
Because you
most
got
talented
idiots.
offense?
Because you got idiots that don't
If
know
we
how
have
to
the
football.
best offensive line, I mean, and it seems like we have the best wide receivers. Then we have better wide receivers, better running backs than the Buccaneers.
Dang right, man. Shoot.
So I mean,
Bucks should use Leonard Fournette more, but that's just a personal opinion of mine.
for people to say the Bucks would be better with James, I disagree with that because I honestly think they would be the same, probably better with Jameis. You look at it, they went 9-7 with Jameis Winston last year, 9-7. So I mean, you cannot say that they wouldn't be better with Jameis because they almost made the playoffs with Jameis. Jameis just needs the groom as a quarterback, needs to be better mentally. That's what he's doing in New Orleans right now. I don't think he's ever going to start for New Orleans unless Taysom also goes down too. I think Taysom's your true number 2 guy. But this is what Winston's doing. He came here for himself. We signed him for an insurance policy. He's never gonna be the heir apparent. I don't know, you might, but he was never gonna be the guy. We signed him for an insurance policy for now. He came here to learn from the best. He came here to learn from Sean Payton. He came here to learn from Drew Brees. He could have done that at Tampa. He could have tried to learn from Tom Brady. He didn't stay. No, he didn't. He came to chose with Drew Brees. That tells me a lot right there. So I mean, look, the Buccaneers would be 6-3 right now with Jameis Winston. I'm not even playing with you. They would be 6-3 right now.
I don't know.
Maybe better.
I don't know. The way James
that Bears game, they totally gave that away.
Amos Smith, so happy to see Drew Brees take the. It's always great to see that. I mean, but when it all comes down to it, this is Drew's last year, and I think Brady's still going to keep going. So when it's all said and done, I think Brady's going to end up with the record.
I am not convinced this Drew's last year.
You don't think so?
There's a
I'm
sense
convinced.
of pride that
I'm
Drew
convinced.
Brees has to have in having every single record.
I don't know. I agree with Thomas. I think this is last year. I mean, he was just telling.
It's Super Bowl or bust.
As I'm saying, and next year it's gonna be rough, guys, and I hope you prepare for it because we're gonna be salary cap stranded, and it's gonna be really bad. You're gonna be you're gonna see some guys being traded that you don't want to trade.
It's gonna be a LSU kind of year.
All these deferred contracts Drew Brees has signed is about to kick our ass.
It's gonna be a LSU kind of year.
Look, the man Drew Brees. he was telling everybody he was going to retire in the Pro Bowl. So I'm pretty sure this is his last year. Sean Payton had to convince him to come back.
Super Bowl bust. That's all I gotta say.
Bro, I did not know Taysom Hill was 30.
I'm really not convinced because he just bought more property in New Orleans. And he sold his Hawaii house.
Well, he likes New Orleans.
He likes New Orleans, man.
He sold his Hawaii house.
Mm.
Why would you sell your Hawaii house? You already have a retirement house.
Well, he also got houses in California. He's got houses all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that means anything. And then to answer your question, Gabe, he's dirty because he didn't go straight to college out of high school. He was actually a big-time recruit. He was supposed to go to Stanford, but he went on a Mormon mission for about 4 or 5 years. He didn't start college at BYU until he was like 25 or 26. So that's why he's like 30, 31 years old in his third or fourth year in the league. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, Ryan. I don't know. I don't agree with you on that one. I think this is Bree's last year.
Yeah, this is James would have some.
James would have had so many more mistakes than Brady prior. I don't know, man. Brady's thrown like what? Double-digit interceptions this year? Somebody look that up. I'm gonna look that up right now.
He had 4 prior to tonight, so he's at 7.
I mean,
I don't think Brady had an interception since the first game of the season with the Saints.
No, he had
a pick six against the Chargers.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't follow the Bucs games, so.
I wouldn't either. But but you look at it, he's top 5 in the most thrown interceptions in the league right now.
Winston?
You got Favre?
Or Brady.
Oh,
Brady.
Brady, yeah.
You know, I wouldn't be shocked if Drew Brees.
Not career interceptions. This year.
Just this year, okay, yeah.
Yeah, but he's top 5 now. So I mean, you can't really say that. But let's see what Amos Smith. Well, they were saying how Brees plans on coming back. Well, they were saying that, and I think that's where Ryan's probably getting it. He probably heard that too. They're in the game.
It's Super Bowl or bust this year. I don't see Drew coming back, man.
And if Drew leaves, we're getting Andrew Luck. That's all I gotta say.
This is actually a very good point. Mark said, I don't think it's Drew Brees last year. He'll want to end his career in front of a crowded dome. That's actually a very good point. You know, I actually kind of do believe that. But I mean,
I don't know if we want to get back to that point with this COVID still lingering around, man.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
But I mean, honestly, Drew Brees, if he announced like his retirement beforehand, tickets would be selling for God knows how much.
Oh yeah, they'd be skyrocketing, man.
And honestly, if he was announced his if he would have pulled like a Ray Lewis, because you know Ray Lewis, he announced his retirement in the middle of the season, then he he was going to retire after the season. If Drew Brees was to do that, do you think the team would play even more harder than they are now?
Yeah, that's what the Ravens did when they won the Super Bowl that year.
I mean,
they'd be like,
who knows, really? You know, there's locker room talk that doesn't get out. You know, like when Drew made those comments, nobody really said anything about it. So there's locker room talk that doesn't come out of the locker room. So who knows what Drew's saying in the locker room?
True. That's a good point, Ryan. And yeah, he probably already told him that he's probably going to retire this season. Gabe says, yeah, but half his picks come tonight. No way in hell Winston goes to him. But the thing is, Gabe, is if Winston's the quarterback, he outthrows Brady. Winston throws a lot of passes. So I mean, like, of course he's gonna throw more interceptions because he passes the ball more. You know,
he just throws the ball everywhere.
Jameis Winston is also
been able to get out of some of those situations tonight just because Winston has feet.
Yeah, he's got mobile feet, and Brady's a pocket passer. So,
quick Patriots talk. I'm all in for a tank job. No sense in winning now. Ah, man, it must suck. Sorry, Gabe.
Y'all's game of
Yeah.
the year is next week against the Jets. So, or is it this week against the Jets?
It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow against the Jets. Yeah,
The toilet bowl.
It's going to be who wants to lose it more, basically.
I can tell you one thing: Bill Belichick's not going to lose. He's not going to want to lose. And I can tell you right now, I'm pretty sure he's planning on trying to make a comeback for the second half of the season. You can't count Belichick out, you know.
No.
And the
He's
Bills
a Hall
do
of Fame
look good.
coach. Yeah.
I mean, the Bills do look good in that division. Hell, even the Dolphins look good.
Dude, the Dolphins beat the Cardinals today. Tua, man, he looked
Yeah.
great.
There was somebody that was saying like
We don't talk
Tua
about
was going to
Tua.
be like the playing second fiddle, and in this draft class, I'm not seeing that. You know, the Dolphins put a lot of good pieces around them. You know, it's kind of exciting to see.
And I called it. I think I said it on one of the JDF shows, and I said the Dolphins are not going to be a team to mess with. Kind of similar to the Panthers, except obviously the Dolphins are having more success because they went into free agency. They probably gotten 20 plus free agents in free agency. Most of them were big time free agents. You know, you got Brian Jones, Kyle Van Noy, and so on through free agency. And then they had about 1 million draft picks. So I think they did a great job. I think Brian Flores is a great coach. I think he's going to be one of the top tier coaches in a near future. So and we need more of that like him because he's a very good coach. You know.
They
And I
drafted
like
boy Robert Hunt.
Robert Hunt. Is he starting?
Yep.
Wow, that's pretty cool, man. What's the other? What Dotson is he playing?
Yeah, Dotson's starting on the Steelers now.
Really, he's starting.
Yep.
Wow. UL, man, they're everywhere. Raging Cajuns, they're ranked 25 now.
Yeah.
Hey,
Back on in the
y'all doing better at LSU.
I wouldn't doubt UL could beat LSU right now. That's how bad LSU is right now.
LSU, man. I'm a diehard LSU fan till the day I die, but man, we just doing so bad this season.
We got a comment from Orlando. The Saints could win the conference. You talking about the NFC? Yeah.
Well, I don't know. With the Seahawks, they
well, the Seahawks struggled today.
Vulnerable today.
Yeah, very vulnerable. Like it seems like you take away Metcalf and Lockett, and you put pressure on Russ, then that's it because their defense is trash.
Metcalf did have a good game today. I have him on fantasy in every single one of my leagues.
Well, it was ketchup.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean the Seahawks look beatable today. The thing that kind of concerns me, I mean the Packers haven't looked good since they played the Saints. That whole NFC West, though, man.
I'm looking at the standings right now, and it actually shows that the Saints are first in the NFC. I don't know how.
That's because we're 6-2 now.
Yeah, but the Packers are 6-2, and we lost to them.
Well,
who knows?
I don't know.
But they lost to Tampa. I don't know, man. That confuses me right there.
It's probably just a tie, and because we won in such convincing fashion, they put us at number one.
Maybe it's because we're 5-1 in the conference. They're 5-2 in the conference.
Yeah, that's what it is.
True.
Yeah.
That's how tiebreakers go. But I mean, it's definitely
we could win the conference, go on a winning streak,
win the conference pretty easily, I would say.
This is a good question by Gabe. Me and Ryan and I talked about this last week. We actually predicted the rest of the year. The strength of the schedule, it's
Charlie
we got
the Saints against Denver for some reason. So when he talks about like strength of schedule, he's going to put Denver in there, and I don't know why he's so concerned about Denver.
Well, we haven't won a game against Denver Broncos ever against them in the Sean Payton era. We also haven't beat them, period, since 1999. So, I mean, it just is what it is.
Our run defense is phenomenal than what are the Broncos going to do.
I mean, Jerry Jeudy, man, he had over 100 yards receiving.
That's one guy.
He could be a problem.
Piss
Alabama.
off Lattimore and put him on him.
No offense. But anyway, he asked for the strength of the schedule. We got the 49ers next. It's the NFL. It's not going to be an easy win, but that should be a win. We got the Falcons, who are heating up. I don't think the Falcons going to be an easy win.
You can't be a pushover over our division rivals, man. They always play us hard.
The Broncos should be a win, but that's not going to be an easy win because you got to go at Denver. It's probably going to be snowing. My sister lives in Denver. It was snowing a couple of days ago.
It's going to be a tough game, man.
Like I said, Sean Payton in the Sean Payton era, we have never. That's the only team we never beat. And then we go Falcons again. So I believe we'll probably split the Falcons. I think the Falcons are going to beat us once. I think we'll beat the 49ers. I think we'll lose to the Broncos. We play the Eagles. I think we beat the Eagles. We play the Chiefs at home. Hopefully we get some fans a little bit, maybe half capacity.
Yeah, that Chiefs going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game.
What'd you say, Ryan?
That one's supposed to be 15.
15%?
15,000.
This could be similar to the game last year we had against the 49ers. This is
going to be a shootout.
Yeah, so I don't know. And then we played the Vikings, which they're starting to heat up. Dalvin Cook, I don't know if y'all saw Dalvin Cook, over 200 yards rushing today.
That's not what guy's going to break the Saints streak, man.
And then Justin Jefferson playing crazy, man.
Yep, LSU boy.
LSU boys.
And we finished off the season with the Panthers, which that should be a win. So, it's a favorable schedule for the rest of the year, but it's not going to be easy. So
you got the Chiefs, Eagles, and Denver.
Right.
That's teams out of our ordinary that we really play.
Why are y'all worried about the Eagles? I have no concern over the Eagles. I have no concern over Denver.
But the Eagles always play us hard, though.
In the rest of this schedule is the Chiefs and Mike Zimmer. I'm not going to even say the Vikings. I'm just going to say Mike Zimmer.
Yeah. Mike Zimmer loves to go up against Sean Payton. That's why it's always a good game. Because Mike Zimmer, if he gets fired, I'm calling it now. Like I don't care how good Dennis Allen was good tonight. I don't know if you're able to get Mike Zimmer as a defensive coordinator. I don't know, man. You might need to call him up. But Orlando asks, "What is the next challenge for Patrick Mahomes?" I don't know.
I know they got the Bucks in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the Bucks in a couple weeks.
And think about Kansas City. Their offense is stacked.
The comment after that does say well, I think he's laughing at the fact you put the Fuccaneers instead. When I saw you put that, I was like, you. Oh, like, damn.
Ryan, I was heated, bro. Like,
trust me, I know you were heated.
I don't think y'all understand. Like,
when you text me, let's fucking go. I was like, what the hell is Sean talking about here? And then I was like, oh, this is what Sean's talking about, because I didn't see the interception. I was cooking.
Wow, Ryan! Wow.
What were you cooking, Ryan?
What were you cooking, Ryan?
Some ribs, man.
You put some barbecue sauce on it?
Yeah, eventually. I put some Tony's on it, man, because I put Tony's on everything since I live in southern Louisiana. But
you put it in the oven?
Man, I'm about to go Ryan's house, man.
Yeah, I threw it in the oven.
How long you cooked them for?
An hour and a half. So I was in the oven, like pulling them out, and you text me, "Let's fucking go."
Let's go.
I just thought you were talking about the fact that we're being the crap out of them. I was like, "Yeah, let's go." And then I look at the TV, and the Saints got the ball. I'm like, "Wait, when did they get that?"
Well,
Sean, I went to your Facebook just to see if there was any comments on there, and Gabe said Michael Thomas does not have the best hands in the NFL. The dude has the highest completion rate in the NFL when
he's got good hands.
It's thrown to him. And you're going to say he doesn't have the best hands? Get out of here, Gabe.
It's not fair.
Go Love over Tom Brady or something, man. Julian
He-
Edelman.
That's not fair that he gets to say that to us because we are Saints fans. So if we even like try to debundle that, we would be called biased. So he's absolutely being a troll
But
right
there's
now.
statistics.
We all know Michael Thomas. You know, he might not be it this year because he was hurt half the season, but we all know he's the best wide receiver in the league. I mean, come on now.
Can't guard
Also,
Mike.
Donald Showtime Hills that we should have did this show at halftime.
No, you don't want to do that because there's always a possibility you could be like the Falcons and blow a 31
I was thinking into
point
the
lead.
third quarter, really. I was like, like the end of the third quarter, like I didn't think Tom Brady could score 6 times in 15 minutes. So
You don't want to jinx nothing, man.
eventually it would have got to the point, if like it would have got bad enough, Sean Payton would have just took knees. Just a run clock.
Yeah.
Oh, I was wondering why we weren't getting the comments on my screen, but I guess it's something I can fix on the next show as a setting. So I was wondering why we weren't getting those comments. But anyways, yeah, man, great victory tonight.
Yeah.
Who dat? I'm glad we won. I'm glad we whooped some ass.
Yeah.
Anything y'all would like to say? Any final words?
I look forward to seeing the rest of the season and see how it goes. Where's my umbrella at?
Should we end the show with some Papa style?
No, play that song. Go on. I feel that Black and Gold's going back to Super Bowl, something like that.
Black and Gold to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, that song, yeah.
Black and Gold.
I feel that Black and Gold going back to the Super Bowl.
Oh, by I know.
Yeah.
I know his name.
Yeah, that's my song right there.
Crap. I know what you're talking. Let me look it up first.
That was my theme song all 2018 to the refs blew that call against the Rams.
It's like Kamar Allen or something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get crunk.
Wait. Let's see if I can
Here we go.
I don't know. I can't find that song.
I don't know what the song is
Man,
called.
I haven't
though.
heard that song since like I was in
2018.
Vernon Middle School, man. That's like how long it's been since I've heard that song.
But they was playing all 2018 when we was about to go to Super Bowl and they blew that call. But
We'll just
Oh, we went to go see the Redskins that year.
Really?
I think. No, that was the year we wasted our money to go see the Buccaneers.
Oh yeah. Oh, I got you.
Oh man.
I remember Sean was sending me videos and stuff. Everybody cursing in the stands.
Oh yeah.
Everybody cussing in the stands. So like, I don't go to no Saints games.
Saints games are a blast.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the one. For the play. Sean was sending me videos and stuff. Everybody.
All right. That's gonna do it for us on Off the Dome Sports.
All right. Yeah. Who that, baby? Who that?
We are Ryan Navarro, Mr. Thomas Craig.
Yes, sir.
We see you next week. Who that, baby?
Adios.